What is going on, everybody? We're back with another CCW review. I'm Nick,
And I'm Joe.
and we're talking about AEW Collision for January 31st.
Yes,
Um,
indeed.
this is the same day as the Royal Rumble, and it was a better show than the Royal Rumble. Not by much.
Yeah, it was. No, not by much. This just had the best match of the day, and it was a really good one.
Hell yeah, it
Really,
was.
really good one.
Um, we start off immediately. Match one: Darby Allin versus Clark Connors, which was a much better match than it had any right to be. Because I have
Yeah,
no clue who Clark really is. Apparently, he's the tag
he's a
team
part
partner.
of the. Yeah, he's part of the War Dogs with Gabe Kidd.
Okay.
He's been
Um,
on he's been on AEW TV before.
I'm pretty sure he wrestled. I think it was War Dogs versus somebody in a pay per view
Yeah,
not too long ago.
you would be correct.
But uh, my favorite part of this moment was the very, very beginning. Darby was riding his skateboard down to the ring, and Clark Connors came from fucking nowhere and body checked this man.
Wrecked his shit. Wrecked his shit.
Um, Darby got knocked off of the turnbuckle. He ate the apron on the way down. That was fun. He then,
It was a controlled bump though.
yeah, it was. They then played on the idea of him being overhead belly to belly into the steps again because everyone loved that so much.
Yeah, his back was yeah, it was great. His back was taped up, so he was selling his back.
But he didn't go through with it. Good on him. Over and above all was an okay match. Darby took a few big bumps as he normally does, not as many as he normally does, but a couple. And then he won with a Scorpion Deathlock that didn't suck. So
Yeah, looked good. Looked like he was actually wrenching it in and torquing it up. So good for him.
got him a nice little win. Post match, Darby grabbed the mic and said that he won the war with the Death Riders and beat all of them. In 2025, he stood on top of the world. In 2026, he's going to stand on top of the AEW, which was like one of the coolest things he said. I was like, that was cool.
And then yeah, and then Gabe Kidd said, "Hold my beer, dude."
And then he starts to head towards talking about MJF because he was like, I'm coming for the world title and it's being held by, and then it like trailed off. At which point, Gabe Kidd came out of nowhere. He grabs the mic and says it's. He basically beats the hell out of him. He then grabs the mic and says it's funny to him. He's not here on Death Rider business. He's on Gabe Kidd time. Gabe said he's going to follow Darby to the end of the earth and end Darby's career.
Yeah, all the while he had the steps stacked on top of Darby while he was on the steps doing the promo.
Yep.
So Darby was under the steps getting squished while Gabe was standing on the steps talking to him.
Fun times.
It was a good visual. It was a pretty good visual.
I didn't like the post match. I didn't hate the post match. I don't know. I don't know where they're gonna go with the Gabe Kidd thing because like Darby's already beat him, so I don't know if I care.
I say they've done this. It's retread.
Yeah. Match 2, your favorite match ever, Crew versus the Rascals.
Oh yeah. So this match was not a poorly wrestled match. I just wished that they wouldn't have put everybody in the same colored gear.
My biggest issue with this match has nothing to do with the match itself. Why did they put
I
Lacey
hate the
Lane?
Rascals gimmick though.
Why did they put Lacey Lane with the Crew? She's so much better than that. I'm not.
I don't know.
I'm not saying she needs to be in the women's world title picture. I'm just saying this doesn't make sense as far as the pair up.
I don't disagree.
She got signed to be a valet for 2 other people that barely make it on TV. Like, help me out with
Well,
this.
she's only been working in ROH, dude. Maybe she's for Athena to have somebody to actually work with.
Right. Rascals end up getting the win with Wentz hitting a shooting star press while Xavier pushes him over onto Andretti.
A standing one, not a top rope one, just a normal standing.
Man. Terrible.
And
It's terrible, man. Terrible shooting star
it
press.
was terrible.
Terrible shooting.
No, the move was fine. It's just not what people win with.
People should have never won with the elbow drop or ever won with a leg drop. Never happens in wrestling. Ever.
I'm glad you agree.
But yeah, I love the move. I think it's fun. We get another Jamie Hayter and Alex Windsor vignette where
They're awful.
they want to have fun or something, and that was kind of it. They're going to be a team because I don't know why any of us want to. I don't want to see him as a team. I don't even want Windsor on my TV screen as a single star, let alone Hater. I'm a hater, guys. I always have been. At least I'm consistent with that.
Hater. He's always been a hater.
So yeah, backstage, Mox says that he can relate to Talk. They don't want things to be easy. But the DC fam doesn't want a gang war. That's what the DR do for fun. I'm abbreviating things just so you guys know how stupid this is.
Yeah.
The Don Callis family and the
they're
Death
really
Riders.
Intent on making these guys go into a.
They're gonna drag out a year long build for Blood and Guts.
You're probably not wrong. I really don't want that to be the case.
Orange Cassidy and Tony Storm versus Creator Wrestlers.
Yeah, this was a squash.
Their names were Gino Medina and Lady Bird Monroe. This is why you guys don't have real careers right now. We got to do something
starting out
about
the names.
About the names in general. Like, listen. Everybody has a start. Everybody builds up from somewhere. Okay, and I get that. To be
fair, the one guy's name is Orange Cassidy.
Listen, and people still have bad names too. Okay, Wheeler Yuta.
That's funny that you used him as an example.
He's like, that's my real name.
See ya.
Daniel Garcia. No, that's a normal name. I don't know, dude. I don't mind Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston has a nice ring to it. Like Lady Bird Monroe. Like, am I gonna come out and just be like, hey, look, I'm Black Phoenix Alexander? Actually, that's pretty dope. Black Phoenix Alexander. No, see, that's how people get caught up. Anyways, my notes had Lady Bird Monroe ... the fuck.
What?
Okay, so Tony Storm and Orange Cassidy won somehow. I didn't see how it ended because I was debating with Joe at this point about something. I don't even remember what it was. But we were in the middle of a conversation, and then I heard ding, 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 and they were celebrating. And so I looked over, and Yuta and Marina came and jumped the faces, and they was like, Yuta grabbed a mic, and he was like, yo, I'm going to interview you now, OC. He's like, he says something. I don't remember what it was, but OC is like, I can't hear you through all that garbage hair. And so then Yuta goes grabs a bag, pulls a pair of scissors out, and goes to cut. Gets ready to cut OC's hair, and then Tony steps in, tosses him out the ring, grabs the scissors for herself, and then a mic, and it basically tells him, "Hey, now our match is going to be a hair versus hair match." Which is weird. Do you pick one?
Yeah.
Do they both go bald?
One person from the team. So Yuta's totally losing his hair.
Good.
It's not going to improve his aesthetic at all. So it's not going to matter.
It might. We don't know that yet. Actually, we should. I think he started off with short hair.
He did.
Those were the days.
Were they though?
I liked Yuta when he first was in, and he was doing his whole thing with Shibata. I was a fan.
When he was trying to be Daniel Bryan light?
Yeah. When he was trying to be Daniel Bryan before Daniel Bryan died. So, yeah, he died.
This is getting dark.
That's why he's not on TV anymore. He died, and he got choked out with a bag.
He changed his name to Bryan Danielson and moved on.
So yeah, apparently in Australia it's not going to be a mixed tag match. It'll be hair versus hair. Although part of me kind of hopes Tony Storm eats the pin and she loses all her hair.
She's crazy. She'll just shave her fucking own head.
I know. Maybe she can shave it in a way where there's patches that are still there.
She's really going off the deep end, huh?
Yeah. Okay. Then we get backstage. Kingston wants to move on from this beef with the grizzled young veterans, and so do I. However,
That's not gonna happen.
the grizzled young veterans aren't having it, and so Kingston's like, "Fine, look, you guys want to have a street fight next week? Fine, let's do a street fight." He's like, "It'll be us versus you guys." At which point, Big Bill and Brian Keith come from fucking nowhere and jump Ortiz and Kingston. At which point, grizzled young veterans pay them and they walk off. Because I learned from a movie called Four Brothers, you don't pay hoes to stay, you pay hoes to leave.
Right? They should have watched that movie.
They should have.
It's a good movie.
It really is. Match 4, TNT title match, which is my match of the god dang day.
It is probably one of the best matches that's ever been on Collision.
It might be, dude. And listen, we were already excited for this match before it happened.
But it did something surprisingly. It actually lived up to our hype.
Did it, or did it exceed our because it exceeded my expectations. I knew
It at the very okay. It may have exceeded it once he actually won the belt. Because I was still like, will they? Won't they? Because I messaged you while the match was going on, like, hey, Fletcher's coming out here to ruin this masterpiece. And then they started doing the time thing, and I'm thinking, well, maybe they'll do a time limit draw. But no, they did the right thing. And kudos to TK for having the guts to anoint this guy a champion on night 1.
right.
Or match 1.
So early on, Briscoe chopped the shit out of this man.
Yeah.
Echoed, and I was like, man, that fucking hurt. Ciampa did his psycho driller onto the apron that looked like it might have hurt.
Yeah, because he was kind of hanging off the apron, so he didn't like flushly hit the apron. Like half of his back and hip was kind of off.
Yeah, it did.
So that was probably a bit of a rough landing.
Briscoe ends up hitting a froggy bow. Ciampa kicks out.
Yep.
Short time later, Ciampa hits an avalanche psycho driller. Briscoe still manages to kick out, and I'm like, well, what the fuck has he got to do to win? Because I feel like that should have won it.
He's got to do his running knee.
Shivani at one point goes, is Ciampa going for the J driller? And I immediately said, no, he's going for his finishing move, the pedigree. Haven't you been watching wrestling for a while?
You ain't fooling me, Tommaso Ciampa. That's a nice R-Truth callback there, Nick.
That's immediately what I thought of too. It made me laugh because it does. It looks like the start of the pedigree, and that's what I thought he was doing for a second. And I got confused. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, don't worry. It made Triple H pop too.
So then Ciampa did the dumb face thing and decided he was going to taunt while standing on a table that I was praying wasn't going to collapse while he was on it. But yeah,
This was the only kind of rough spot of the match because he did have to kind of stand there because it took Briscoe a little bit to get on top of the ropes.
right.
But it didn't affect the overall match.
But yeah, he sits there, he turns around, he climbs down from the table, and then catches a froggy bow through the table. Then a very short time later, Ciampa hits the running knee, and we have a new TNT champion, Tommaso Ciampa. And
really good match. You should go out of your way to see it if you're just listening to this for like the results. You should go out of your way to see the match. It was really good.
Yeah, our little play by play, which isn't truly a play by play, even like it does a disservice to it. Like it
Yeah,
is.
we just kind of go over a little bit of the highlights. It was a really good match.
Oh, it's so
These two got
good.
really good chemistry. Uh, Jay Briscoe hit a blockbuster off the apron to the floor. There was dives. It
There's
was
there was a
really
part
good.
late in the match where they both kind of reached out, slapped hands, and then just started beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah. It reminded me of NXT Black and Gold. It just had that kind of vibe. Old Ring of Honor, just like an indie banger, man.
This was so good that it makes me mad that it didn't main event. I know why it didn't main
I
event the show.
agree. I was looking at Kristen and I was going, those poor girls have to follow this.
Yeah. So the reason being, I know why they probably put it earlier in the show, and it's because
The
you
9 o'clock hour to attract viewers.
9 o'clock hour, but also to make sure they have enough time to do what they need to do.
Sure.
Because if things
Even
had
though
to,
the next match could have totally been cut and the
I
whole show would have been better for it.
I agree. But yeah, I popped. They actually pulled the trigger. Tommaso Ciampa's the TNT champion, and then even post match, Fletcher came out and was like, you could read his lips. He was like, "That belt's mine. Enjoy it while it lasts." And all of
Yeah,
a
and he's
sudden,
kind of doing the slow clap thing, like, okay.
this match. Listen, there are so many people I want Tommaso Ciampa to wrestle.
I still want Roddy and him. Give me Roddy and
Him and
him.
Roddy. I want him and Fletcher. I want him and Alexander. I want
Yep.
him and I hit him and everyone. I want to see him wrestle
Yeah.
everyone. Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
I want to see him
That
go up
Pac.
Pac, whatever you want to call him. Um, oh, dude, there's just dude, and it's the same reason I want AJ Styles in AEW. Like, there's so many
Yeah.
matches I just want to see.
Yeah. Osprey. When Osprey gets back,
Oh, that would be a big.
hell, I'll even take a Hangman in him.
Yeah.
Swerve in him. MJF in him. Everybody in him. Ciampa's a beast.
Somebody made me laugh about Swerve, and I agree to a little bit of an extent, but not to the full extent. Somebody says Swerve needs to stop wrestling like Swerve of 2 years ago because of how much weight he's put on. He looks funny when he tries to do some of those moves now, and some of them he does. But
I disagree. He is stouter.
but he should mix in some more power style moves to his repertoire. He's a big guy.
I agree. I agree. Oh, I just thought of another one for Ciampa. Andrade.
You know, what could have
And they
been
probably have wrestled in NXT.
probably. But now they can watch wrestle where people are actually watching it. Sorry, that's fucked up because they're actually getting more viewers in NXT than on Collision. Regardless, it was a great match.
Yeah, very good match.
Backstage, we get another one of my favorite collisions. My favorite parts of Collision anymore. Josh Alexander
Josh Alexander backstage promo.
is doing his talk shit promo where the family is beating people up in the background. I don't even know again what he was talking about. It was just funny to watch.
You could barely hear him over the chaos happening behind him.
There's one part though. As they pan back, you realize he's sitting on a chair and he's kind of bending someone through, like almost like an accolade, but through the chair.
Right.
And it was making me laugh so much. And it was just a lot of fun. I love these promos. Keep them coming. Eventually, you're going to run out of things for him to be doing to whoever he's sitting on, though. So you're going to have to figure something out
Whatever,
here.
dude. Lance Archer beating people up in the background is shit that can just happen all the time.
He was like, "Everybody's got to die again."
Right.
And then we get my actual stinker of the night. Match 5, the AEW International Championship, Kazuchika Okada versus Adam Priest. And I want you guys to understand something. This is barely my stinker of the night because the women's tag match was almost as bad.
I agree. The one drawback to this match, because it should have been a squash, but they 50-50'd this match with this guy and Okada. I don't get it.
I don't
I don't
Apparently,
understand it.
he's doing great things over on ROH, but that don't mean shit to me. I don't watch ROH. I don't care.
That's all well and good, and I do love what you what you put on Discord when we were talking about
Oh,
it.
when I said, why does Rocky Romero remind me of Eric Estrada?
No, the other thing where I was like, why isn't this a squash match? And you were like, it's because this guy is the
Oh,
future.
right. I just
Yeah, the future was not today.
listen. This show, you know what would have made this show so much better? Any
Proper pacing.
anyone other than Shivani talking, and
I ignored Shivani pretty well this time. He
I
wasn't overly annoying to me. Although Nigel did have a line against him that made me laugh. That I can't remember what it was now.
I dude, Rocky Romero went to commentary,
And
and
it was bad.
it was terrible, dude. He just kept talking, and again, he reminded me of Eric Estrada.
See,
And
anytime I think of Eric Estrada, I just think of Van Wilder.
where do you think I'm getting my thoughts from?
Okay, good, good. Well, dude, I don't know. Maybe you're like the biggest Chips fan that's ever been.
No.
Is it Chips? I think it's Chips.
All I see is that scene where he's leaning over and he's like, "You gonna hire me?"
Adjusting his wig.
But no.
There's so many people out there who's listening to this going, "Who the fuck is Eric Estrada?"
But yeah, so Rocky Romero's on commentary. Okada's now pretending to be like John Moxley and not taking the title out of the title bag, which is so dumb.
Yeah, I think he left the title somewhere, and that was only put in place like that because I think his luggage or something was lost because he didn't have his robe. He didn't have a lot of his normal shtick.
Right. I said I hate it here. Okada faked a knee injury so that Rocky Romero could run all the way down the ramp to knock Adam Priest over
from behind. Yeah.
just to eventually make his way back up to commentary. Dude, at least he was off of commentary for like 30 seconds. Okada then kayfabe hurts his knee later. Doesn't matter though. Okada wins with the Rainmaker. Thank goodness, because dude, if they'd have belted up Adam Priest, I'd have stopped watching Collision.
It was bad. It was bad. The match went way too long. The match wasn't good. It was weird. Why they are 50-50 booking this guy with Okada makes no sense. He should have got one hope spot, got the Rainmaker, and been done. If you needed the filled time, you should have had the girls go longer. And that may not have worked out very well because their match wasn't very good either, but at least that was a prestigious match. Because it was for titles with actual competitive opponents.
Yeah, so speaking of which, match 6, AEW Women's Tag Championship match, Babes of Wrath versus Sisters of Sin. And guys, I didn't write a whole lot here. My only sentence is Babes of Wrath win with what was a very weird, not very good match from all 4 women involved. Like this
chemistry is not there.
There was one time specifically where I believe it was Julia Hart goes to do a Hurricane Karana to
Willow, and
Willow
just falls.
And Willow falls over very weirdly. I think she was supposed to just catch her, and she just lost her footing.
Power bomber, or something.
And you don't ever see Willow make those kind of mistakes. And it happened. It was
just off.
And I'm just like, this whole match, the whole feeling was just off the entire time.
It's like they forgot spots and they were scrambling. And then like people didn't know from like where each one of them was on a different page of where the rehearsed match was supposed to be, and they just could not get back on the same page.
Also, I forgot to mention, before this match happened, we had a quick backstage segment where the Rascals are apparently going to help Uncle Eddie, as they were calling him, but then Kingston stepped in. It was like, yo, now it's going to be a 4v4 parking lot match. We got Eddie and Ortiz and 2 of the Rascals versus
Grizzled Young Vets and
and
Big Cass and the Outlaw Brian Keith.
Big Bill. But yeah,
Cass, Bill.
listen,
One
that's
gimmick. It's the same gimmick across different companies.
SAWFT. Uh,
Swaft? Oh, sorry. Sorry, that makes me giggle. Swaft?
But and then there was another backstage segment where Ciampa was being interviewed, and he's happy to be here in AEW, and he said he doesn't do it without his family.
Yeah, he was back there with his daughter and his wife.
Yep, and yeah. So post match of the women's tag team championship match made things even weirder
Yeah, dude.
because Tech and Stat get involved, and then all of a sudden Penelope and Bane come out, and now we've kind of got this. What did he call it? A quadrilateral. What did he call it? It wasn't quadrilateral. Um, a pentagon of pain or something like that. I don't remember what he called it, but it was something that
It's weird because
Nigel said.
What titles are Penelope and Bane after? Are they after the tag? Is Bane after the world?
Nobody knows. That's what's so confusing about this.
I know. Brian Alvarez had a video where he was kind of going off on that, and Meltzer was trying to defend it, and he was like, "No." Him watching Dave Meltzer and Brian Alvarez argue is one of my favorite pastimes.
Yeah, Dave Meltzer. So I was wrong about something that I had mentioned that I had heard. It was a Billy Gunn thing where Billy Gunn had said some stuff. It was actually Dave Meltzer that said it. He was the one that was like, "Yeah, he's not as good as he wasn't even top 200 in wrestling or whatever." That whole thing. It was actually a Dave Meltzer thing.
Yeah, that's the thing where I was like, "Well, that doesn't sound like Billy. That's very not putting yourself out there, really."
Billy did go out on Busted Open though, and kind of retort all of that. And he was like, "Look, first and foremost, I never claimed to be top 200 of anything." He's like, "But you know what? Anything that was ever asked of me, I went out and I fucking did it, and I didn't bitch about it."
At a high level.
He said, "And I didn't bitch about it."
He's in his fucking 60s, dude, and still working, and working great.
Yeah, he is.
He's not fucking drunk, slobbing ass Ric Flair or anybody out there, or anybody from that fucking generation.
Right. But yeah, so Penelope and Bane come out, they get involved, and they're like, all the 5 heels are standing over the 4 women. And I'm just kind of like, what are we doing? Who are we?
Yeah.
Huh? Like, I don't...
Yeah, where do we go from here?
I don't... It's like, why did we not make the Tommaso match the main event?
Yeah.
Because that match, I swear to you, I could have just turned off Collision and been perfectly fine. I didn't need to see anything that happened after that match because nothing that happened after that match lived up to what that match gave us.
Dude, I literally, once that match finished and they went to commercial, looked at my phone to see how much time was left because I forgot the other matches were taking place, number one, because I thought it was the main event. It should have been the main event.
Yeah.
Those poor girls should not have been put in that spot. And maybe that's why they missed out on some stuff. They were backstage watching that and they're like, fuck, we've got to really pull out a fucking banger to compete with that.
Yeah.
Fucked them all up.
It's I don't know. I would not have gone that route, but yeah.
Nope. I wouldn't have either. But I understand why they potentially did it. You want people to watch that match at the 9 o'clock hour and hope that they stay for the rest of the show. You shouldn't have had that fucking Okada match in between them because that would have turned me off if I was just a casual viewer.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I just
me neither.
I just think it was bad card order.
Yep.
But yeah, listen, if you guys have a chance and you've got Max, go watch that one match. That's all you need to watch, to be honest.
It's very true.
The Ciampa.
If you like the comedy stuff of Orange Cassidy and them, you can catch that along the way. But the most important thing is that match.
Yeah.
And good on Briscoe for fucking raising his hand at the end too.
Absolutely. And like I told you,
Oh, he's a bang up dude, man. He's the things I have against him is nothing about his persona confuses me.
right.
But just that's just what it is.
Yeah, like when he gets to barking and shit.
Yeah. His actual ability to wrestle is not bad.
I was never a fan of the whole chicken kung fu shit.
There was only one spot of that when he kicked him into the
Or
turnbuckle.
redneck kung fu. I'm sorry.
No, I knew what you meant.
Wrong thing. I'm talking about for his whole career though. It's not something that anytime I've watched a Briscoe brothers match, I just the moment he starts doing that shit, I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah, it takes
I
you
hate
out of
it.
because it's like, are you supposed to be serious? Are you supposed to be comedy?
Do you want to know what it reminds me of? Are you ready?
Sure.
Let's pretend I just lit this tennis racket on fire. Does that ring any bells?
Those were the days. I just shot a fireball at you.
No, you didn't. Kick to the gut. Anyways,
That's mean.
I don't care.
That's so mean.
Listen, we all did stupid things. That's just one of them.
The bad thing is nobody knows the context behind this but me.
Maybe Kristen, if she listens. Maybe not, though.
No, maybe not. Probably not.
Now you've got some explaining to do.
I was about to say, she may have questions now, though. That's fine.
Did you never talk to her about our backyard wrestling days, like at all?
Yeah, she's seen the videotapes.
I haven't even seen the videotapes, but I wasn't on any of them.
You haven't seen? No, it was
they
before
were pretty
you
mean.
joined up. Yeah. Yeah, she's seen the tape.
That's funny. I just figured for sure, like the time we were wrestling. Anyways, we can talk about this afterwards while I'm doing all the upload shit. If you guys ever want us to do a video on our backyard wrestling days, just let us know because we've got stories, boy. I almost killed a kid once.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. That was a very rough bump he took.
Should have pissed me off. With that being said, we love you guys. We'll talk to you next time. Deuces.
Later.